Welcome to our fourth grade play, American Voices, celebrating America from the armistice to the moon. We have learned so many great things about American history and the many great inventions and ideas that came from this time period.
Before we begin, let us say a prayer of thanksgiving for our country and its leaders, both past and present. Dear God, we thank you for all the many blessings for our great country and all the great leaders who have led us through the good times and bad times. We pray for our current leaders as they continue working to ensure our liberty and freedom. Amen.
Now sit back, relax, enjoy our musical presentation of
American Voices. Listen, can you hear the sound of words from yesterday? Listen to the ones who led and what they had to say. Many words are spoken from many points of view, building this great nation where dreams can still come true.
I believe there's only one quality worse than hardness of heart, and that's softness of head.
That's President Theodore Roosevelt, who served as the 26th President of the United States from 1901 to 1909, and one of the most colorful voices of America.
Believe you can, and you're halfway there.
Before Theodore Roosevelt was president, he was a member of the first United States Volunteer Academy, known forever as the Rough Riders, for indeed they were.
A determined conservationist and a true patriotic, Roosevelt became a president at a brand new century in a young nation called the United States of America. By the time America was only 100 years old, it already made its mark as one of the greatest nations of the civilization.
Yet we only had 8,000 cars and 10 miles of paved roads. The average worker made $12.98 a week. As the world turned into a new century, America turned America turned into a place where everybody wanted to be. A place to be was St. Louis, Missouri for the World's Fair.
The year is 1918 at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month.
Extra, extra, read all about it. The war to end all wars is over. The Allied powers and Central powers agreed to armistice. Read all about it.
The country and the world were emerging from a rough era of war and epidemic.
There was even talk against the countries that might have caused the conflict. But President Woodrow Wilson, the 28th President of the United States of America, in a speech entitled Peace Without Victory, said,
Peace has to be a peace of reconciliation, a peace without victory. For a victor's peace would leave a sting, a resentment, a bitter memory upon which terms of peace would rest, not permanently, but only as upon quicksand.
From this idea, the League of Nations was born. Altogether, America was ready to celebrate and have some fun. So the 1920s came in with a roar and a dance. That was a cat's meow. Let's all do the Charleston.
Won't you come to the Charleston? Strike up the band, give on the hand, sing out the news.
Won't you come to the Charleston? Join in the song, come on along, it's up to you.
Dancing, dancing, don't be shy. Dancing, dancing, eye to eye, my oh my.
Won't you come to the Charleston? Nothing to lose, forget the place is meant to be.
You will start to feel so fancy free, my honey, when you Charleston.
Extra, extra, read all about it. October 29th, 1929, Black Tuesday, Wall Street crashes. Read all about it.
For the next 12 years, America and the rest of the Western industrialized world suffered what can now be known as the Great Depression. The Dust Bowl, the bank closures, a collapse in agriculture, other plagued the nation. Times were hard.
America bent, but it did not break, as President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd president and the only president to serve more than 2 terms, said,
I pledge myself for a new deal for the American people. Give me your help not to win votes alone, but to restore America to its own people.
Not everybody loved President Roosevelt's New Deal, but there was definitely a new feel in the late 1930s.
America rolled up its sleeves and got to work, finding happiness, satisfaction, and joy in the upbeat song and dance.
It's a new deal. Can you feel the beat? It's a new deal. Can you take the heat?
Everyone's doing it, things are looking up. Got a dollar in my pocket, do this to my cup. It's a new deal. It's a new deal. Jump, 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 everybody. Jump, 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 everybody. Jump, 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 everybody. Jump, 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 everybody. Jump. Doing the new deal, jump.
It's a new deal. Can you feel the bump? It's a new deal. Everybody jump.
Everyone's doing it, things are looking up. Got a dollar in my pocket, do this to my cup. It's a new deal. It's a new deal. Let's go. Jump, 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 everybody. Jump, 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 everybody. Jump, 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 everybody. Jump, 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 everybody. Jump. Do the new deal, jump. Everybody jump. Doing the new deal. Jump, 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 jump.
World War I was supposed to be the war to end all wars, but that was not the case. In the 1940s, World War II broke out, and American soldiers were back in the battlefields of Europe and Asia.
Young men and women were working in factories at home as nurses on the war front. Young men and women were signing up in droves to be shipped around the world as defenders of freedom and liberty.
Once again, families and friends were separated, and the loneliness of the war took a toll on all Americans.
Yet it was a promise of being back together with family and friends who had helped all fellow Americans survive the pain of separation and belief in brighter days ahead.
Dear Mom and Pop, it has been almost 11 months since I last saw you, but I look at your pictures many times a day and read your letters over and over. This war in Europe rages on and on, as in Asia, and it seems in every part of the world. I cannot tell you where I am.
But it is cold and wet and lonely as can be. I cannot wait until this war is over and I can come home. No need to worry, Mom and Pop. I'll be home real soon, thinking of you always.
The days are lonely, the nights are long. As I sit writing my sad, sad song, I promise you as I gaze at the moon that I'll be home. I'll be home real soon.
So far from home, I'm so sad and blue. I only smile when I think of you. When we're apart, my song is out of tune. But I'll be home real soon. I see my friends and family in every cloud. I say their names out loud. But we're apart, they're in my heart. I can't wait to come home. The days are lonely, the nights are long. As I sit writing my sad, sad song, I promise you as I gaze at the moon that I'll be home real soon.
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 At last, the long war was over in Europe and Asia. The men and women are coming home. Ironically, it was a boost to the American economy for hope and brighter and happier days ahead. America is a happy and a happening place to be.
Hello, baby. Woke up to 1959. Things are looking up, boys and girls. America's feeling good. A new kind of music is hitting the airwaves. The sound of Elvis Presley, the king in rock and roll. And here's Elvis.
Thank you very much. Rock and roll music, if you like it, if you feel it, you can't help but move to it. That's what happens to me. I can't help it.
So all you cool cats out there, get your poodle skirts, slick back your hair, and get your daddy's T-bird, because America's on a rock and roll.
Everybody rock, everybody roll. Things are looking up. We're on a rock and roll. Everybody twist, twist and can't be missed. Put me The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
That's Eleanor Roosevelt, First Lady of the United States from 1933 to 1945. Even after her years in the White House, Miss Roosevelt continued to be one of the most influential women in American history. She was championed for civil rights and, of course, women's rights.
A woman is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water.
And so, my fellow Americans, that's not what your country can do for you. That's what you can do for your country.
World War II hero John F. Kennedy became President of the United States in 1960 and challenged America to set lofty goals for its future.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon and do these things not because they're easy, but because they're hard.
This was the spirit of America in the 1950s and 60s, and the idea of a great young nation burned ever brighter.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "And so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of the skin, but by the content of their character."
These were difficult years indeed, but for those that believe in the beauty of the dream, we also believe that after each struggle, American comes out on the better side. That's the real dream of all true American voices. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let my little light shine.
Hey man, can you tell me how to get a Woodstock?
You know, Woodstock, New York Music Festival. Oh yeah, honey, I believe that man is hippie, and so are the other ones.
I can't tell if it's a boy or girl with that long hair. Maybe both girls or boys.
Be careful, dear. You don't know what they've been into.
Come on, dear, let's go. This is no place for decent people like us.
You gotta chill, man. We're just happy to be alive.
Far out, power to the people.
It's so true. In the 1960s and 70s, a lot of Americans were disillusioned by yet another war, in what seemed to be such an impossible generation gap.
Many were tired of wars overseas and cultural wars at home. America is ready for a period of peace, love, and brotherhood.
Right on. Peace.
Peace, love, and brotherhood, walking hand in hand. Peace, love, and sisterhood across this great big land. This great big land. This great big land.
Thankfully, the social unrest of those past 2 decades calmed, and the feelings of patriotism and respect for our military rose. This was especially true in the 1990s with the start of the Gulf War and the increasing tensions in the Middle East. We honor today the sacrifices of those who have died to secure our freedom.
Country music artist Lee Greenwood wrote his signature song, God Bless the USA, in 1984 as a way to boost patriotism, show his love for America, and to honor the soldiers who had fought and died to secure our freedom. Although it was not an immediate success, it has become one of the most beloved patriotic songs.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea. From Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say, "Gather proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA." We thank God for our many blessings on our great country as we stand together, united, defending freedom throughout our country and the world. May this be our anthem. God bless the USA. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Listen, American voices. They echo through as time we have heard throughout this musical presentation. Today, we who stand before you now are the new American voices. As we grow and learn from those who have gone before us, we add our own voices to the beauty of the American song. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America